All right, good morning, guys. So, we are gonna do that composting thing that I told you about. And I just had to gather up all of my stuff that I have had in the house. My husband just bought me this really cute thing. It's at Aldi's. If you have an Aldi's around, you gotta grab the stuff fast though, because it like disappears. But we're gonna walk back to the compost and add some stuff into it and talk about it. How you guys doing this morning? It's a beautiful day. I was able to harvest about 30 beans yesterday. This is my first green bean harvest of the season. Everything's a little bit late and behind because our winter just didn't seem to want to stop. But we're now back to our spot where we did all that work clearing up around the grapevines, and we are going to do the compost tumbler, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you about it. I'll be right back. I left my tripod stand back here from painting the chair yesterday, so we are just going for a little walk. Do you hear the birds? Oh, I love the morning, but still my favorite in the evening. Once the sun, like the golden hour into like about an hour past sunset, I love it. All right, here we go. I duck around all these trees. Let me show you something really quick. I want to show you how good this bed is doing. Look at these strawberries. This is the June bearing strawberries, and all of my zinnias are starting to form flower heads. So I also thought I'd do my morning harvest with you. See what we got growing and what we need to pick this morning. I'm also going to be uploading in a couple of days. I'm going to be uploading a video on dehydrating for the first time. So we need to go around this morning and clip everything. And I'm so excited to try it. So anyway, I'm going to prop you up and we are going to fill up our rolling composter. Compost. Why we need it, what it is, and what to do with all these scraps. So you get your kitchen scraps, your all kinds of, just the scraps from your everyday cooking, your everyday life. Normally, we just throw this stuff away in our garbage and it goes off. The sanitation department handles it, but we need to be saving it. I told you in my last video that my neighbor brought it by, and I had originally planned on just making the boxed in pallet compost pile, and I was blessed with this thing right here. So I did a little bit of research. It's really simple. So you take your compost that you've been keeping next to your kitchen and all the stuff that you've cooked with, your extra, I'm about to show you. Anyways, just an example, I have mango pills in here, and eggshells and apple cores and anything else that I could think of. And all I'm going to do is dump this stuff in. Obviously, that's not the end of it, but I've also got a few scraps. These are 100% biodegradable, so I'm going to throw that in there as well. I saved up all these eggshells. Always something, right? It really should, it doesn't hold open very well, I will say, but I'm also trying to do this all while recording, and that adds a little extra element. Alright, so we got all of our compost in there. I'm going to add some of our leaves and clippings and yard scraps and everything else into this, and you're supposed to keep it moist. Add water, and then you lock it and you turn it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my shovel, and I'm gonna fill this thing up a little bit, and it's already wet because we had rain, so I'm not gonna add any more water to it because it says it doesn't need to be soaked, it just needs to be damp. And then we're gonna do our spin, and that's really that. And then I'm gonna go wash up my hands, and I need to start clipping a lot of my mints and my spices, just all the goods, all the good things. And we're gonna dehydrate, but that's gonna be another video. This is just a short clip, short little maybe 5-6 minutes of what to do with this big green thing. And if you can get your hands on one, I know they sell them on Amazon, they sell them at box stores like Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, and they average anywhere from $100 to like $600 depending on how bougie you want to get with your garden. But I think it's really cool that they have these things for people in urban settings, you know, that we can't necessarily produce enough to maybe have a big compost pile, or we're just trying to get into it. We're just trying to figure this whole lifestyle out. Hey, that's me. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. Like I said, I need to go add some of that stuff in there. I gotta pause this real quick because we just made that garden bed up front for the sunflowers, and I left my shovel up there, so be right back. So this was already starting to heat up over there in the compost pile that we made. That's amazing. That's what you want. That means it's breaking down all the material. And I'm going to add this into here. Close it up. Give it a turn. You need to turn it every day. Make sure it stays. So let's just go over, because I'm not sure how chaotic this is, but let's just go over what we just did. So compost, you need a green material and you need a brown material. They consider brown material, you know, your like cardboard, wood, wood clippings, sawdust, such. And then your green material would be like grass, your kitchen scraps, such stuff like that. You can also add, if you had chickens or rabbits or something like that, their manure into this. It's pretty basic. And by the end, you know, I'll take you through it and show you what it looks like in a few days. But wasn't that so exciting that just the top of this was already heating up and breaking down and doing what it was designed to do? So I think it's so cool how nature can repair itself, and that's pretty much what compost is. So we till up our land, or we do no digs, or we do whatever variation of gardening that it is that we love to do. And We plant these seeds and the seed is nourished from the ground, and it takes out all of that nourishment to feed it, which feeds us. We need to remember to feed our soil, to give it back that nutrition that we have just taken from it, to feed ourselves, to feed our plants, which feed us. In order to keep healthy soil, you need to add natural compost back to it. And nothing is better than being able to do it on your own, even if it's in a small scale. Anything you can do to give some love back to the ground that is doing so much for you is so beneficial. So just try it. Just give it a little go. Go to your local Walmart or your Aldi's if you have one, or I don't even know where you guys are watching this from. For wherever you're going, I'm sure you could find one of these. This is just a big clay pot. It's a little fancier. It has one of those carbon filters to block out the stink and stop like a lot of the fruit flies and stuff. But get yourself a little tin. I see some of people use like those galvanized tins that just little garbage cans that you can get at Lowe's. I think they're like, the last place I saw them was at Lowe's. You can get them and they're like maybe $10, $15, and just set that on your counter. You don't need to have one that has a filter or anything like that, and get composting. Well, thanks again for joining me. I know it was a short one, but thanks for coming along. I appreciate it. Bye. So here is a harvest from this morning, and here is a clip of my next video. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi guys, what's up? It's Brooke from Seed to Sanctuary, and today we are going to go around and harvest what is ready to be picked. And I also need to cut up some of the herbs that are growing and anything that can be dehydrated, because we're about to do that for the first time ever. So if you're willing to watch and come along, I would enjoy it. I also already took a zucchini because it was just too tempting not to. So let's go around the garden and start harvesting. So my cilantro has gone to seed, and I'm gonna cut these and I'm gonna hang them. So I don't know if you can see that, but these seeds right here is coriander, and it's also good for cooking, so I can use that as well.